just saw it for Miami Dolphins. The pressure, he's in trouble. Loses the football. Touchdown! Bryant! It's a Dolphin touchdown. Throwing deep upfield on the near side, ran open, touchdown! Looking deep, he's got a man! Touchdown! The run from Tua Tagovailoa. Touchdown! He's going deep. He's got it for a touchdown again! Touchdown! David, tell me what you want to see. Think about all the running. Bring up for it. Fire to the end zone. Touchdown! Beautiful day to be a Dolphin fan. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go! What's good, Fin Nation? What's good? It's your boy Reason. We are back here for another one, bro. Doesn't it get you hyped every time you hear me go, let's go? Huh? Let's go. Let's go. What's going on, brother? How you doing?
Not bad, man. Not bad. Another one. You know. Yeah, another. And this one is, you know, we're building. We're building into that crescendo that we're all anticipating is going to happen. And you know, this one around it's bittersweet. You know, because we actually showed up in a game that all of us had our question marks about, like, you know, can we play in the snow? Can we play in cold weather? And bro, when you say every question was answered, brother, every question was answered, man.
Tua got better when the snow started falling, bro. Who are we lying to right now? Like, geez. But I will say this,
man.
Can you agree with this before we get into this? Because I mean,
yeah.
We agreed he played much better last week than he did against San Fran. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was better this week than he was again last week, too. You know?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Now, his receivers let him down, but there are also a few reads where he let his receivers down as well. So
absolutely.
It went both ways. And then on top of that, there were also some poor second down and third down situational play calling, especially in the fourth quarter at times too. So it was a multitude of things, man. That's why when people are like, you know, who are you going to blame? Again, I come away from this from this game and listen, you know, well, you know, you guys are going to see a read where if Tua makes the read, he seals the game. But at the same token, if Sherfield or Hill make the catch earlier in the game when they're given both a shot in the end zone, we're winning anyways. So, you know, I think, you know, I got to put this again. I still came away from this film being like, okay, McDaniel didn't put the personnel in the best situation to be successful in key situations this game. I still came away saying the receivers at times, like last week, you know, this is 2 weeks in a row where in key situations, receivers let Tua down. And then on top of that, Tua had a few missed reads, but Tua is the least of my concerns coming away from this film. Let me put it that way. All right. Now, I have an issue with him. We talked about it. I still see things where he's forcing the rhythm. That's what we'll call it. Where he's forcing the rhythm. And by that, we've deduced is when he's locked in on Tyreek, when he's forcing the rhythm of the drive and he locks in on Tyreek. Because literally, I was sitting here watching, charting plays, and I'd see 2-3 plays where he lock in Tyreek. Yet a couple plays before that, I see him, he makes an incomplete throw to Waddle, but I see him go through all his progressions and then throw to Waddle. Right? And it's like, okay, like, you know, stop. And that tells me, why are you doing it on plays and not doing it on some plays? And why have you been doing it in game? It feels like in moments of he senses he needs to make something happen or he needs to get the rhythm of the offense going, he's forcing that first read or that Tyreek situation. And it's like, nah, man, just let the game come to you and read the field, bro. And you'll be fine.
It's some type of defense mechanism where he kind of panics, right? Like there's a And we all go through it as human beings.
And I gotta address this. Night, I know you saw this on Doug, and bro, I love Doug, but that was incorrect. That Hill drop was for Hill. It was not for Jalen Waddle. That Hill drop in the end zone was for Tyreek Hill. When you watch it, how he stepped up, that was he layered it over the linebacker. That was for Tyreek Hill. That was not meant for Jalen Waddle. So love Doug, but I gotta push back on Doug. No, that was not for Jalen Waddle. That was for Tyreek Hill. Anyway, sorry, continue on, Martin.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I think Tua always falls like no different than any human being, bro. Whenever we enter a situation where our senses are heightened, that fight or flight situation, you have a way that you would assume you would respond to it, and then you have the way you actually do respond to it, right? And in Tua's case, there are situations like third down, fourth quarter, we need this drive where his senses are heightened, and he just always finds a way to lock in on Tyreek Hill to kind of what we would assume is bail him out, right? Like he leans into that instead of leaning into what he's been doing this entire time, reading everything, having a full
what he did in the Cleveland game, what he did in those games where he had 8 or 9 receivers.
Chicago, like he's capable of doing it. And the number one thing is, how can we, usher him into that realm of consistency where you'll see 193 straight attempts without an interception. You know what I mean? Like, how do you get him back to that? And it just boils down to, him officially, taking onus and saying, you know what, this is on me. This is on Tua. I'm the one that's actually messing the flow up, messing the rhythm up, messing the timing up, because I'm in flight mode instead of being in fight mode of I am sticking to this plan. I am sticking to this process, and I'm going to read this coverage.
This is easy. This is very simple. Yeah. This does not need a dissertation to be explained. Let the game come to you. Stop forcing the situation when you feel the need to either get the offense in rhythm or make a play, because he was forcing the rhythm when we had the lead. And I know why he was doing it, because he felt the pressure to add points, because he knew they needed to add points to close them out. That's what it was coming down to. I know exactly what was going on.
Yeah,
it's so easy to tell. He knows it's bro. They're moving the ball. I need points. I need points. And no, bro, because you look at that final drive when the snow started coming. What was happening? He was letting the game come to him, and look at the throws he was making, bro. And then really, then bad play calling stalled out that drive. Let's be honest.
Near the end,
yeah. Well, when we got to the 40, play calling stalled out that drive. That's what happened. In a key situation, play calling stalled out that drive, and Tua was feeling it. Because you know what? I'm gonna tell you this right now, brother. On that second down, instead of that screen to Tyreek, you either run it, because I'm gonna tell you right now, they ain't expecting it. You run it, or you throw Tua around the sticks, because Tua was pushing the ball. Listen, when he's pushing it vertically like that, and it's clear he's feeling it, either you run it or you continue pushing it with him. You do not all of a sudden say, all right, let's run a screen in that weather. Because, listen, you know what the problem with that screen in that weather was? The footing. You could even tell. You could even tell Tua made that nice throw on the run to Tyreek to start that drive off. But even you could tell, you could tell live, you could tell now in the All-22, like, that footing, like, you could tell he wasn't running full speed. He was like not gingerly, but he was watching his step when he was rolling out before he made that throw, because you know what I mean? And
you can flip. Yeah.
We had them on their heels, bro. They didn't expect us to push it past the sticks or run it. That's why we were, look at, bro, on that Cedric throw, defender didn't even turn his back to the ball. That's how he got mossed.
True.
Didn't even turn it. Didn't even turn the back. Bro, you had them on their heels right there. You had them on their heels, because I don't think, bro, Tua was making throws we hadn't seen him make in sleet or rain or non-dry conditions yet. And we were seeing him make throws, and you're like, whoa, what's going on here? And even the Bills were like, whoa, what's going on? And then the bad play to Durham, was it that the bad play to they ran it, they got stopped, then they ran the screen, right? They lost 3 yards on that screen or whatever. So that dropped them,
right?
That dropped them to 3rd and 12. And then the 3rd and 12 play was should have been a PI.
Yeah.
It would have been offset anyway. It would have been an offset anyways because they called us for an illegal shift.
I mean, I'd rather be an offset to get another chance than just
I agree, 110%.
No call,
but look at that. We should have got a PI, but think of how frustrated we would have been when we heard about the illegal shift flag.
Yeah.
They still would have shot themselves in the foot on 3rd down, bro. That's what's crazy. Even if we would have got the call we should have got, they still would have shot themselves in the foot for the call.
Yeah, man. It was a collection of things that didn't go our way near the end of this game. But other than the obvious, no matter who it was or what have you, the game was so good. Yeah. The back and forth, the challenge, and the challenge met.
Brother, we're gonna show everyone the Miss Gesicki read, and it's gonna be glaring. But I think this game came down to 2 situations: Sherfield and Hill not making their plays. And allowing that 3rd and 17 to be converted, that the Bills turned into a touchdown. Because, listen, if Sherfield or Hill make the catch, I'm not even including Braylon Sanders continue running out your route. Let's not even count that out. Those 2 I put these as the highest plays. If Sherfield or, what's his face? If Sherfield or Hill make the touchdown, they can't settle for a field goal. They need a touchdown with 8 seconds left. At like our 11, right? Or whatever it was, or whatever, inside our 10, just there. And then the other one, brother, if they get off the field on 3rd and 17, you got to take 7 points off the board for the Bills. Right. Game over. Right. Game over. And no, I'm sorry, bro. No excuse. We saw that, the past, you know how I feel about Jerome Baker. And I have people in the comment section trying to put that touchdown before the end of the half on Jerome Baker. Jerome Baker was in coverage for 6-7 seconds. He's already not good in coverage. I can't blame Jerome Baker. Good corners can't even hold coverage for that long usually, bro. The pass rush was just allowing this guy to extend plays, and we just weren't, we would send a 4-man rush, and then we'd send a 5-man rush in the wrong situation, and we get burned. You know what I mean?
There was no sense of contain and attack from our pass rush, and Josh Allen just did what he does, man. He took full advantage of it, and it happened consistently. It wasn't even just a happenstance. He just did it because they were giving it to him.
McDaniel was feeling away with Barry Jackson today, eh?
Oh, I did not see that. What happened? He was snapping on him?
If you go watch his presser, Barry Jackson reported that one player had told him privately the difference between this year and last year was Flores would poke his head in the room during defensive meetings. So when they got into key situations, sometimes Flores would take the play calling out of Boyer's hands. And so they're saying that the big difference now is it's all Boyer. There's no Flores coming in and giving an opinion here, a note here. Because, hey, I've always said what I said about Flores, but can we not agree? I've always said he's a defensive genius.
Flores knew what to do. Right? He knew how to talk.
I've always given him his flowers when it comes to the defense. And, one player said that anonymously to Barry. And I guess if you go watch Mike McDaniel's, he was feeling away about it.
No, because I think Mike McDaniel doesn't want to hear anything about Brian Flores because he's not here anymore. And when you talk about Flores in this building, it's probably a topic that nobody really wants to dive into because of what happened between Flores and Stephen Ross. So he naturally that was a visceral hey man, let's not talk about that, right?
Yeah, for real.
I'm here now, so
yeah,
and again, the idea about the defense was Mike McDaniels came here. he could have revamped that entire defensive staff,
No,
but everything worked so well.
No,
everything worked so well prior to him.
He was not given a choice.
He was forced to keep him.
I know for a fact privately he was not given a choice. That was out of his hands. That is why you saw Vic Fangio hanging around, and then all of a sudden it died out, and he went and he decided not to take on a coaching gig this offseason, and he went to San Fran as just like an advisor.
Hey, man.
I was told by someone in the building McDaniel was not given a choice in terms of the staff on defensively.
So if he wasn't given the choice, and whoever is above that choice, that decision making, when things are looking the way it is,
it's Greer and Garfinkel.
How do we address the defense if we're not equipped in the secondary?
No. See, that's the thing. What I said last year, right? You listen to what I said off season. By the way, people are saying your audio isn't that great. What I said in the off season was if you look at it, it kind of works out for McDaniel because he's in a situation where if this defense clearly isn't up to par, because the reason why they didn't give him a choice was they believed that defense we saw in that winning streak, that defense is what this defense's true colors are, right? But now we've got injuries and all this stuff. But, if this defense, McDaniel was put in a situation where if this defense falls on its face and some of it has to do with Boyer, he can sit back and say, hey, I played your game. As long as he gets the offense right and gets Tua right, he will build the cachet where he can sit back and say, hey, I played your game with the defense. Look what I did with the offense and look what I did with my guys when you gave me the opportunity. Let me go bring my guys in. And I'm wondering, and that's why we've been asking the question on Phinside the NFL, since we acquired Bradley Chubb, are they starting? Are you seeing the beginning of them moving to a zone-based offense? Because you spend heavily in the front seven, more so than the back end, investment-wise, right? I.e., look at San Fran. And, you got to listen, and we got Bradley Chubb, and who could probably get the best out of Bradley Chubb and Aqua and Orange? Vic Fangio. I'm really wondering if the pieces are being set up where, okay, he convinced them, hey, we need a better pass rush. Ogba's not doing it. We need a better. So you got your guy in the building. You got them to pay him. Now they're not going to have money because you're going to have to eventually pay Phillips. You got to pay Wilkins. You're going to have to, you're about to be forced to pay the front seven because of how the guys are playing, just not the linebackers, right? So that's going to draw money up out of the secondary because you're going to have to pay your offensive guys that you got coming up too. So I'm wondering if this is naturally just organically going to turn in to a zone-based something similar to what you see in San Francisco.
Potentially, if they put the right pieces in place.
Because you know what he's going to say? Listen, this secondary, the defense floor is built, and Boyer is currently coaching is built off what? The secondary from the back up, right? That's how it's built. Like a hockey team. From the goalie to the front, right? That's how it's built. And the problem is X isn't living up to his money, and he looks like he's not the same. Looks like he's nosedive off a cliff. And I pose this question. Is it because it's the first time we've seen him play this much football in this amount of time? He never has to play this much football. He's always missing a year now because he's been playing through injuries, and he's been played a lot of more football than he has professionally over the last couple of years, and he has his whole career. So is it finally taking it to plus he's got more responsibilities. You got to travel because Byron's not around. You got Byron doing what he's doing. You got Nick Needham. He's due up to get paid, but he's coming off an injury. So maybe you can get him from cheap. You just got Kader Kohut, so he's going to take up a spot. You look at it, it looks like organically, naturally, the overturn in the back end is coming, and we're not going to have the money to go get the studs you are going to need on the back end to run this defense because we don't have the draft capital to get those studs either, and usually corners got to be developed. Even if you spend high draft capital, you're not Sauce Gardner and what he's playing this year is not, that doesn't happen every year, right? And look at Diggs. Trevon Diggs didn't start making plays on the football until what, year 2? when he really started making plays?
Like year 2, yeah, you're right.
Plays, right? Yeah. So like, Jeff Okudah, look at year 1. He's not much. He's not like blowing out of the water, but he's a lot better than what he was in year 1, right? So like unless and we don't have the capital to get a special player like Sauce Gardner. So it's just like organically, it's going to tell you we're going to have to go cheap money-wise on the back end. Plus, we're going to have to invest capital outside the first round to try and hit there because we've already spent legitimate money up front and we got more guys we need to spend legitimate money for up front. Like, we need a linebacker. Right? Like at least we got Kader Kohu. We don't even have anyone, right? So, you look at the front. They're going to Sealer. He only signed a short-term contract. He's going to have to get paid. Wilkins going to have to get paid. Phillips, you got to keep the money in the bank because you're going to have to pay that man when it gets. Now it's, we're 3 years away, but still, right?
Get it ready.
Look at Tua. Tua just got selected to the Pro Bowl. He's going to jump from $21 million to $28 million next year on his option year. Phillips could be an All-Pro Bowler by that time. What's his incentives going to be? Right? So anyways, so you got to have money in the bank for him. You got to move Ogba. But then you move that Ogba money, right? That Ogba money you move is technically Wilkins' money, right? Technically, right? You got to pay him between 10 to 15 million. Ogba making 15 million. That's Wilkins' money right there, right? You're just trading out, swapping out. And Melvin Ingram, are you going to bring him back if you do on the cheap, right? But you get what I'm saying here, right? Like, it looks like organically the money's just been pushed up front, and because of where we are with how we've invested offensively with guys like Tyreek and Cedric and all that stuff, and with guys we got coming up that we got to pay, they're not going to be able to invest heavily in the back end anymore.
No, it's gonna be difficult to maintain what we have right now on both sides of the football, more in particular, like how you're saying, that secondary. And call me crazy, but I don't see Xavier or Byron Jones on this roster next year. I'm being very serious when I say that, because Byron has pretty much outplayed himself in more ways than one, and Xavier, ironically, has outplayed himself as well, considering how poorly he's been performing since we've given him that money.
I'm gonna go out on a limb. I think only one goes.
That'll be Byron, though. If that's gonna be the case.
Byron. Oh, Byron's gone.
Yeah.
Pack your bags.
Yeah.
I think they'll try and get one more year out of X, because what are you gonna do with him right now? You can't even trade him and get anything. You might as well see if an off season and you retool your defense a little bit helps him out, because you'll get Trill back, you'll get Nick Needham back. You know what I mean? You'll start getting bodies back. So, like, I think if we would have Trill Williams and Nick Needham, we wouldn't even be sitting here having this big of a conversation right now.
That's true too, man.
Right? Byron played himself. He's done. He's gone.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you played yourself. He's gone. Pack your bags. Ogba, I think they're gonna move. I don't. There's no way they keep that much money invested in the pass rush when they got Phillips there on the cheap. There's no way they're gonna keep Ogba. And now, hey, they could, and then you could slide. That gives you a lot. Hey, man, flexibility. You can slide guys into the interior, right? You can put Phillips and Ogba's hand and Chubb's hands in the dirt. You can really slide them around. It'd be very interesting, but I don't see them. Like, you got to move Cedric's money. You got to move Cedric Wilson's money, because you're gonna have to re-up Sherfield on the cheap if you can. So Gesicki's money will come off the books. But I think we're only slated to have $5 million over the cap as it stands right now. So you got to move money.
It's been a challenging year, man. I honestly, man, I even up to this point at 8-6, I think the Dolphins have clearly
Let's run
shown
the table, baby.
Yeah, they've outplayed all expectations, considering everything that's happened with injuries, with sit-outs, with guys not showing up, with Tua kind of coming out of nowhere. And let's be honest, everyone, man. Tua playing this well this soon was unexpected. It really was, man.
What did I say? What did I say? That's why this offseason, what did I say? This year, make the playoffs, try and win a game. Next year, what did I say? Next year, you go for the AFC Championship, because I thought year 2 was when we'd see the things we've seen from this offense. That but I also predicted us to come out, be explosive, and catch people sleeping. Sure, but I didn't expect the numbers we saw. I thought that would be year 2 numbers. You got to sit back right now. When they're going to have a whole offseason to tweak and tinker this offense and get it right. And if McDaniel does what his mentor didn't, and that's get stubborn and get away from the run, if he learns to get away from that and carve his own path, then we could be a record-setting offense next year. We could set so many records next year as an offense if he gets off that stubbornness with abandoning the run game, and we do the proper adjustments offensively in terms of play calling for when guys take away the middle of the field. And obviously they're going to add in new wrinkles and new designs to the scheme. Man, we could be setting records next year.
And honestly, I'm going to keep my comments to myself so I don't jinx anything when you said record setting. I immediately thought about like Dan Marino 84 and how he kind of completely took the league by storm. I can, I'm going to keep my stats to myself as far as when you say record breaking and what this offense can potentially do through the air and on the ground.
And what's crazy is, guess what? We're going to see it because we don't got the capital for all of you screaming for Tua's head. Y'all don't even have the capital to do it. So good luck. They're locked in.
They're not there yet. They're not moving up.
No, they're not. So, all right. You ready for this? And just quickly, give me your shortest answer possible. Did the losing team in game 1 and game 2 was a losing team in the Bills Dolphins first 2 games? Was a losing team the better team?
Yes.
Question, huh? I like that, eh? Yeah, I like that, eh? All right, let's go. Man, I just wanted this for the pride and how well Tua. This is Tua's best by far. Like he blows all those bad condition games out of the he blew them out of the water with this cold condition game. Like it was ridiculous. And then when the snow started falling, you just felt like y'all gonna doubt if I could throw in the snow, huh? Watch this. Boom, boom, boom. I was like, oh snap. Okay. It's like McDaniel doesn't know when to read the field or the room well. When Mostert's screaming, feed me, you get away. When Tua's screaming, yo, I'm ready to push this, let's go. You get away from him when he gets you to the 40. It's like just situationally, he doesn't know how to read the room, bro. And you gotta fix that, man. That's part of that's part of reps of becoming a better play caller. Just like becoming a better corner, lineman, or quarterback, you need more reps. That's how you become a better play caller. All right, let's get into this. Full screen that. But yeah, a lot of positives to take away from this film. A lot of positives. All right, let's go. 236 of you in the room, please do me and Martin the big favor. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you're new. Listen, if you've ever heard the Paul Simon song, You Can Call Me Al. Well, you can call me Algorithm. Smash that like button and help me with my friend Algorithm. All right? Let's get into it. We got a lot to break down. Every single drop back like we do every week on Phinside the NFL. All right, Martin. You ready?
Yeah. Come on, man. You already
ready? You ready just to slice and dice those who are trying to pin the loss on Tua Tagovailoa? Let's go. Opening drive. 2nd and 6 after a 13-yard Mostert run to start the game was followed up by a 4-yard run. You got 2 in the gun. You got Ahmed to his right. Waddle is going to motion to his right there. Pause right there. 21 personnel. Ingold is in as an H-back. Buffalo in cover 1 press. Tua is going to have Ingold in the flat, and everything else is covered, so it's the right read.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just out of Ingold's full reach as he can just get one hand on it. The crazy thing too is, man, if you got to lead Ingold here. Don't turn him back so he can run through it. But the pressure had Tua Rush's release.
Yeah, that's what happened.
The pressure had Tua Rush's release right here. And you look at that space up the sideline and
Yeah, man.
But
exactly that's what the pressure is for. To force that type of a throw.
That's why. That's why when we get on all of y'all who just get on Chubbs or Phillips back when they don't get home. See, no one got home there, but did you see what it did to the pass? Pressures can be just as good as sacks. Anyways, go on, Martin.
No, that's basically it. The pressure, the blitz that the Bills came with, it just disrupted his release. It disrupted his release. He quickened it. It was more of a flick than it was a follow through, and that's why the ball kind of overled Alec Ingold, and he couldn't really get a full grip on it, and just an incomplete pass.
Is what it is. Don't let it be what it ain't. Because I think the only way he would have had a chance, but then it would have thrown the whole timing off, is if Ingold chips when he comes across the face of the defense. That's the only chance he would have had, but it would have thrown the timing of the throw off, right? Chip there, but it would have still thrown off. And Edmonds was still bearing down too from the second one.
Yeah. Right? Edmonds was mean to Ingold this game, bro. I was like, what you did to you?
Were you surprised with we'll see right here the Tampa 2, like they were and then did you see the one time where they fake? We'll get into it. The one time, Martin, they fake like they're gonna go Tampa 2, and then they drop it up and they go into zone and they release Waddle to the second level. We burn them for 67 yards, bro. Great. When we get there, but totally like they're like and if they would have stuck in Tampa, they would have taken that read right away, bro.
Yeah, I know.
The game of inches,
I'm telling you right now. Every single film we've watched for the last 3-4 weeks, this is the defense you're seeing. This is the defense that they put in front of the Miami Dolphins offense to say, press. How do we slow these dudes down?
Cover one.
And this is what they've thrown out there.
Yeah, cover one. You see some quarters, some cover 6. You see a ton of Tampa 2 blended in there.
A ton of Tampa 2.
Cover 2, man, coming at you steady. Yep. All right. So should be 3rd and 6, but Hunt took a false start penalty on 3rd down for the second game in a row. So it's 3rd and 11. Not the first time he'll take one too in this game. 2 in the gun. Ahmed to his right. Doubles 2x2 set. 10 personnel. Cover 2 for Buffalo, but they're going to drop to Tampa 2. You can see it starting already.
Yep.
Ahmed is going to motion out into a swing route to the left. Tua is going to target Waddle's 9 route, but the ball is going to sail out of bounds. You got to hit that swing, baby. They're taking the space, brother. But I get it. You like the one-on-one matchup up the sideline. You took the shot. You got to hit the window then, A. B, that swing, it's raw.
It's challenging.
He saw one-on-one. He wanted to take the whole shot. But you didn't make the whole shot. You didn't even come close. The ball sailed on him, right?
Yeah, it's a challenging defense to, as far as that play concept, that's a challenging defense to get any type of completion. Everything was relatively covered. Yeah. The whole shot was there, and if he is gonna hit that whole shot, it has to be way earlier.
The ball
way earlier.
The ball already had to be out right here. The ball should have.
But his eyes was on the field side where majority of the receivers towards the left, and then he flipped back, so it was already too late.
It was too late.
And then he just held it out of bounds for a smart incompletion.
Yeah, looking over the middle of the field, got caught looking over the middle of the field, right?
Yeah.
That swing, baby. You're not gonna even check it when you look over the middle of the field, kid. Come on. I'm looking at the swing than the 9 because the 9's gone by the time you go through your first 2 guys over the middle of the field. It's gone. That 9 because when you look over the middle of the field, you're seeing the safety. So you know that where the safety is. So you know that 9's gone. That window's gone.
True.
Man, you gotta kick back to that swing. And I ain't even trying to hate on Tua. You just gotta make the right progression there. Anyways, whatever. I also did label it. It could have been a throwaway. I don't know.
That's what I think it had to have been.
That's what I had it as it sailed, but it looked like he didn't like what he saw over the middle. He pumped it and he threw it away.
Yeah, that's a clear throwaway.
Yeah. Did the old Aaron Rodgers one too. All right. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, Dolphins punt. After and you know what? I get it. You know, you're either taking that 9 route or the swing is what you're going to read the third. And he didn't like what he saw. He probably thought everything was, you know, he saw how congested the middle was and just threw it away. Thought everything was taken away.
Right.
So now after the Bills punted back and the Dolphins run it 3 times to start the drive for a first down, it's 1st and 15 after, guess what? Another Robert Hunt false start. Tua in the gun, Mostert to his left. We got 20 personnel with Sherfield motion to the left. Did you notice? Did he even target Sherfield this game?
Yeah, he did. And just dropped touchdown. That's all.
Oh yeah. That's what it was. Sorry. Just wanted you to remind everyone, Martin. I just wanted you to remind because even PFF charged it as a drop. Even PFF charged it as a drop. Anyways.
I'm only frustrated that they're starting to play a little bit too much with the lineup at wide receiver, where they put Braylon Sanders. I think Sherfield in that position.
Yeah, I agree.
Catches that and crib, you know.
I agree. Yeah. 2 in the gun, Moser to his left, 20 personnel, Sherfield motioning to the left. Bills initially show cover 1, but are going to slide to a quarters look post snap. 2 is going to take what the defense gives him. That's Raheem Mostert in the flats, who makes a man miss, picks up a huge 20-yard gain. You could tell early on Raheem was the dream and wanted to be fed on the ground, in the air, anywhere, like his name was FedEx.
Kick return.
Bro, and you know what I love here, bro? This man makes Milano look silly. This is like a Madden juke. Look at this is the Madden juke. Ready? Woo! The Madden juke, bro. Look at it. I love it every minute. I love it.
Milano felt bad after that. He's like, damn. They got that on film. Hey, but I still like how Tua went from read to read, man.
I agree. Let's go back.
That's what he has to always do.
Explain. Here it is. God view for you. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I'll run it. You rock it. Go.
Just read the read. You get your play action. You pop back up. See it. Not there. Get back to your guy. Boom. That's it.
And he saw it twice too, eh? Right? Watch, because you watch his head, right? Play action. Head starts to the glance to the left. If you let me see if I can catch it. Let me see if I can catch it. He glances to the left during the play action. He glances off Sherfield. Right.
Boom. Yeah. Nah, it was quick.
Then now he's back to the right. He sees he's got the outlet.
For Tyreek.
He sees he's got the outlet. Then he looks at Tyreek right there.
Yeah,
and underneath, he sees the over under right there. Then he comes back. That's exactly what you're talking about. Look at that.
And again, that's the reason why I'm like we see Tua do it. He just doesn't do it every single time. That's why we get
frustrated with Tua, because we know you can do it. We've seen you do it. We've seen when you're playing at your best, you're doing it at a consistent level.
Exactly.
When you're playing elite ball, when this guy's playing elite ball, his feet are elite, and his head is on a swivel, and his eyes
and the ball comes out of his hands
out there
quickly,
manipulating and seducing safeties like it was a woman's eyes. Okay, like. All right. So
he's basically Medusa with his eyes, bro.
He's ridiculous.
He freezes everybody. But
you see it, and look at that. You take you go through your order of operations properly.
Yep.
You take what the defense gives you, and look at what it turned into. Low and bold, right? So
it works.
It's a dream.
It works. It works. Trust.
It works. Next play, 1st and 10, 2 in the gun. You're going to have Ahmed motioning into the backfield to his left from the right there. 21 personnel, doubles to the left. Bills in a cloud 3-1 look, play action. Tua is going to target Cedric Wilson on the comeback route behind the sticks and actually throws the ball. Watch where he throws the ball. Well before the break. Perfect anticipation, anticipates it well, delivers it on time and on the money, but Wilson just can't make the contested catch. And I got to show it here. Poor effort by Brandon Shell on this play. Holy, watch right here. Brandon Shell 71. What is that?
Got work.
Playing patty cake through the gaps Anyways, you want to add something here from the broadcast view? Go ahead.
Yeah, I just didn't like the route ran by Cedric Wilson. Normally with the wide receiver, as soon as you get to the top of that route, really good wide receiver.
Stab step. You got a stab step, brother.
It's just 2 steps. He literally took 5 steps
he did
to get back to that comeback.
Stutter.
That right there will have every NFL DB, especially a guy like Tre'Davious White, to break on that football, and it becomes a contested catch. And that was just, that started with a bad route, and obviously it finished with a poor drop by Cedric. So that was just a bad rep by Cedric. But great read, great throw by Tua, man.
Yeah, it was. Bad drop, bad route, man. This guy doing
that was a terrible at the top of your route.
Oh, bro, what's this guy doing?
For him to stop like a Flintstones, like
well, yeah, I know it.
That's exactly what that was, bro.
Oh my God, bro, you nailed it. Fred Flintstone when he's stopping the car, bro. That's exactly what that is, dude.
Yeah, you can't do that in the pros, man. That step shouldn't even be more than 2 steps, and then you're right to your comeback.
Yeah, you're right to your comeback. You got to be stab step, bro. You got to dig. You got to plan.
Step. Like Ocho Cinco.
Yes, sir, man. Out here doing the Oklahoma shuffle at the top of his stem, bro. Like, what is this?
That was a bad route,
man. Q said it, bro, like you did. Yabba dabba doo. Oh my God.
Yeah.
All right, 2nd and 10 now. 2 in the gun. Ahmed to his left, 21 personnel. Hill motions to the right on this play. Buffalo is going to show a potential cover 4 before Hill motions back, and then they'll drop into cover 3. Tua drops a dime. Again, before Waddle's break, like, we'll stop it. Man, like, right on target, elite anticipation. Like, you look at this, bro, like, this is, whoo! And he's got AJ Espinosa bearing down on him. And, bro, what's crazy is here, well, I got something from the God view to show you guys here, too. But look at this. Watch where the ball's up. He hasn't, like, look at this, man. Ball
He's already getting hit. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
And obviously the anticipation was elite. The placement was elite, in my opinion. I think the best thing that happened in this play is going to happen in the God view.
Armstead.
I mean, when you see Armstead's technique on this play,
I was blown away, Mark.
Incredible.
So when you said that, I was blown away by this play. This is why Teron Armstead is one of the best in the NFL when you watch this play. This is an unbelievable job here. He
Unreal.
bails on Espinosa because he realizes, okay, he's my outside shoulder. He's outside. He's got the longer distance to the quarterback. And the reason why he does that is because his inside shoulder, Jones is late to take his block, and the inside man's almost got a free shot at Tua. And brother Armstead, give him the golf clap. Watch this play, ladies and gentlemen. Number 72. This is ridiculous.
All pro.
Whoop!
That's an all pro move right there, man.
Unbelievable. Save that play. That play happens because of Teron Armstead. Recognizes the man over my outside shoulder. He's got the longer distance. He realizes Robert Jones has blown his assignment, and I've got to turn back and get the inside man because he's got the shorter route to the quarterback, and he can blow the play up. And Armstead saves the play with elite athleticism.
Yep. That's the epitome of high football IQ, ladies and gentlemen. That's what that looks like. That's high football IQ right there. Ridiculous.
Unbelievable. Look at this. He just turned.
Ridiculous.
Unbelievable. And he's there, man.
And it was necessary for Tua to get that extra split second of time interior.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Great play. Great play collectively by the offense on that play. Great execution.
Oof.
Perfect execution.
Just the awareness to recognize that. Like,
yeah, man.
That's crazy. He knew he wasn't going to take that free man. Crazy. He knew he wasn't going to take that free man. Bro, he just knew.
Crazy. That's elite blocking right there, man.
My God.
That's why when he got hurt too, it was like, oh no.
My God.
It was like my bodyguard.
And with a banged up ankle, with a banged up pec muscle, and he's doing
that. Yeah.
You got to applaud the man. You
have
to applaud the man.
Yeah, he's a warrior, man. He's doing it for the team, man, for real.
All right, 1st and 10 now. Empty backfield for Tua, 3-by-2 set. Cover 6 for the Bills. They'll drop to quarters post snap. Mostert, he's going to motion. Tua's going to take Tyreek on the out for 5 yard. Man, Mostert on that swing for space again. Woo-wee! After what he did earlier, but hey, you got a completion, so I can't knock you.
I honestly thought this was just read perfectly by Tua. Coverage dictated it. He didn't hesitate. He read it well.
No, he made the right. That was his first read. He made the first read. He made the first. I'm just saying, if he would have been forced off that first read, he would have saw that swing. Oof, could have been something.
That happened a couple times on here, man.
Yeah, it did actually. 2nd and 5 now. Tua, he's under center. Mostert is a single back, 12 personnel, 1-by-1 receiver set. Cover 1 press man for the Bills. Play action. Tua's going to take Tyreek on the quick slant, and he just can't hold on to it. Brother, if you get both hands on this, you got to catch this football. This is a drop, and this is another one of the reasons why this man said, I got to be better. You got to catch that football.
Yeah.
You get paid $30 million. You got to make those contested ones and you get both hands on them, brother. And I love Tyreek. He's one of my favorite. And look at Tre'Davious White just getting away with hanging off everyone all game.
A mauling.
It's ridiculous.
He has the green light like Darrell Reeves is basically.
It's ridiculous.
He can do no wrong.
He can do
no wrong for the referees, bro.
Oh my God.
But hey. He earned it though. He earned it, I guess.
Yeah, but if he earned it, then X did. 3rd and 5.
Too, right?
Empty backfield for 2 again. 3-by-2 receiver set. Bills are going to drop to Tampa 2 on this play. Tua is going to take Tyreek on the stick route, but he's going to be just short of the first down here up to the right of your screen. And he had options down at the bottom of the screen.
When I seen this play, immediately what popped into my head, because I keep seeing this Tampa 2, is that one way or another, Coach McDaniel has to implement the smash concept where the flats are occupied by a receiver and you attack the corners of the defense, the high corner route of the defense.
I know he wants, he ends up taking Tyreek on that stick, but when you read this coverage here, I got 3-2 on the left side. Yep. I just naturally would like that matchup more, especially when, now that they've dropped this man, that linebacker can slide over. They dropped that safety back. They've got now 3-2 on the side you throw to.
Yep.
Right? You look at what Waddle comes to on his corner route. That's Waddle right there, right? You look at what Waddle comes to, even Mostert underneath. You had the mismatch on the left side. I just don't think his pre-snap reading on this this feels like he was forcing Tyreek on this play.
And I don't know if because Waddle didn't necessarily run a corner route. He ran like a slot fade more so than a corner. But what I'm saying is, I think McDaniel needs to implement that corner route in this concept, so this can be Tua's first read. Because if Tua is throwing this like a slot fade, that's not going to be a throw unless it's a one high safety, But since it's 2 high, it's like, why would he throw that? So he kept to the right side. But what I'm saying is, if he created that to be a corner route, I think Tua does take that 3-2 concept and plays that side and throws that corner if that cornerback, bites on that in route. But again, I think the play design on here could have been better. But that's just me nitpicking the route concept that forced Tua to just throw it to whoever like Tyreek right here.
Yeah, the stick. All right. Yeah, no, I agree with you 110%. He fought for it too, almost got it.
Yeah.
But
great effort.
They would get it because Mostert would convert the 4th and 1.
I was hot when they went for it on 4th. I was like, bro, we are right here, bro. Take the point, kick the field goal. And then when they got it, I was like, oh, thank goodness, you know what I mean? But
yeah. So
I was hot initially.
3rd and 1 after Moser converts the 4th and 1, then picked up 4 yards on a first down run, and Ahmed got 5 on 2nd and 6. So obviously when the run got us here on 3rd and 1, just converting a 4th after even just converting a 4th and 1, the natural decision is for McDaniel to throw it. 2 under center, Ahmed's a single back. Yeah. Sherfield motions to the left into a stack with Hill making 11 personnel 2-by-1 set. Cloud 3-1 for Buffalo. Waddle's whip route is going to be swallowed up and bracketed by the linebacker. And guess what? Because what happens, I want to break this down. What happens here is, first of all, he misses Hill all day on the quick slant for 6. But why this whip is bracketed up is because that linebacker bailed post snap. And when the linebacker bails post snap, they bracket him, right? Now you got him over top, you got underneath, while you got all day. And we've seen him even going back to the last couple of years, missing Gesicki on these slants over the middle. But there's more to it. Now, what causes him to move around and he ends up getting sacked and all this junk here is Connor Williams and Daquan Jones fall right here. You're going to see, and that causes Tua to get happy feet. He starts flushing to his left while Smith is on his heels by Lawson's bull rush, and then they eventually get there, strip sack, loss of 8 yards.
Now, mind you, I agree with everything you just said, but all of that is nullified, and you can go to the God view if you want. All of that is nullified when Tua comes off of that play action and anticipates that slot with Hill right there.
Anticipate that throw,
Right off the play action.
All this junk isn't happening if you anticipate Hill.
Because literally right off the play action, he went immediately to Waddle instead of the Hill route, where if you're reading the coverage correctly, he's going to pop open, right? It's right there. Right off the play action, he looked to the right instead of keeping it right there. So that was just, it was a timing issue because he was so focused on getting it to Waddle instead of just reading it out off a play action to Hill, then to Waddle. You know what I mean? Like it was another miss. It was a missed opportunity. And then he did not have a contingency plan, hence running around with the chicken with his head cut off. And,
there was nothing underneath. Everything was gone.
Hey. There was nothing underneath because there wasn't supposed to be nothing underneath.
There wasn't. You're supposed to take that quick read to that slant.
Exactly. Ball's supposed to get out of your hands within 2 seconds, literally.
But that's what I'm just saying. That's why he's dead to rights, because there's nothing underneath.
Yeah, that was a panic because it was 3rd down. You know what I mean? He was like, so you gotta have a contingency plan. If nothing's there, hey, find something. You can't find nothing, get out. Period. Don't risk yourself. Or throw it away. Like to the back of the end zone or something,
Yeah. So now it's 4th and 11 and the Dolphins had to settle for 3.
Yeah.
All right. Man, ugly.
Missed opportunity,
All right. This is 7-3 after the Bills respond to the field goal with a touchdown. It is 2nd and goal after a 67 Mostert run with a horse collar tackle penalty on the same play, followed by a 1-yard Mostert run on the 1st and goal. So it's 2nd and goal. It's 2 in the gun. Mostert to his right, 12 personnel, doubles to the left, cover 1 man for Buffalo. They're going to transition to cover 3 though. Hill, he's going to motion. Tua, he's going to step up into the pocket with it getting muddy and delivers a money-layered throw over Jordan Poyer. Boom! Right there. Hits Hills in the hands on his delayed flat route as he comes across the face of the defensive front, and it's dropped. You're going to see it here. Man, you got to make that catch. I think this, I think this is one of the reasons why Hill apologized on Twitter Monday. Because I bet you, he apologized for not being good enough. Bet you this was
he watched the film,
bro. Yep.
He watched the film. He was like, I can't believe it.
We win in the long run, and we've already had a couple catch throws where he should have caught them, right? Plus, if you take that 3rd and 17 where defense gets off, take another 7 off the board, we should have crushed this team. I think this and the 3rd and 17 with the,
that was so accurate, man.
Like right there,
right
bro.
there.
It is right on the money.
And I put in my comment, after the play, scumbag fans. these dudes, these dudes got like the worst fans, brother. And when you keep calling, Buffalo the armpit of society, I see stuff like this that transpire, and I'm like, yeah, man, yeah, these people ain't right for that, man. They throwing snowballs all over the place, bro.
They are, bro.
I was like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's not. I already covered this, T-Rich. That's not to Waddle. That's behind Waddle right now.
Nah, yeah, that's all. That's all Tyreek. Yeah,
that's the hill, bro. He layered that over the Poyer. It's very noticeable here on this one when you watch his head. He sees him right there. Boom! He's looking right at him, right over him. Man, you got to make that catch, Tyreek.
He does. Here come the snowball. These people are nuts, dog. How you throw snowballs at players during the game? Like, what type of buffoonery?
Man, because look at that's way behind Waddle. No, that's right on Tyreek.
No, that's all Tyreek. That's all Tyreek. That's all Tyreek. And even if it was for Waddle, Tyreek is in the perfect spot to make that catch. And it's just a drop.
It's a drop. Another one.
Another one.
The Dolphins would get a chance to make up for the last play, and once again, the receiving corps would let us down. Even worse this time. 3rd and goal. Tua in the gun. Mostert to his right, 11 personnel, trips left and 1 receiver to the right. It's like a cover 0 look here. Gesicki's quick out is going to, if you watch Gesicki up here in the slot, he's going to turn that quick out into a pick. And it's going to basically free up Sherfield's drag. And Tua is going to throw it into an open window to a safe, sure spot where only Sherfield can make the catch for the TD with Tremaine Edwards bearing down, but he drops it.
Perfect play design.
Even Pro Football Focus charged Sherfield with a drop here. So I don't want to hear this was not a drop.
That's a drop. That's a drop.
Listen. You're talking to 2 people who play quarterback right now, okay? You are taught to throw that ball. You throw that ball in high school, brother.
Yeah. No, let's be honest here.
What are you talking about, man?
Tremaine Edmonds is one of the fastest linebackers sideline to sideline. We've seen this dude run down Jalen Waddle in the game previous.
He's already closing.
Right. If Tua puts that directly in his chest, Tremaine Edmonds is in his chest, and that ball is jarred and potentially intercepted. Tua has to place that right there, or concussion. Yeah, you're right. You're right. So this was the perfect placement. And again, I love the play concept. That was a perfect rub by Mike Gesicki, and it freed up Trent Sherfield to put it in the spot where he needed to protect Trent Sherfield from a potential blow up. Trent Sherfield just had to be a pro about that one, man. He has to scoop that up. He has to secure it, catch it. Hey, we're scoring, and Robert Hunt celebrating in the end zone with it. So just another misplay, man. Another misplay. If he cradles that and rolls in that end zone, that's a touchdown.
Yeah.
That's a professional drop right there. He had it. Yeah, he had it, man.
Oh.
And there's I'm not even making that throw to Sherfield like from the waist up. No way. I know what the result's gonna be. Exactly. You have to protect your receivers down here.
What do we call that? What did I tell you? We used to call that up here. Can opener throw, bro.
Exactly.
That's what we call that up here, bro. That's a can opener throw. If you put that above the waist, bro, you're gonna get the guy murdered.
That's a kill shot.
You caught this at a young age when you're playing the position, bro. Like
right. You have to feel that. You have to feel that throw.
Anyone who calls this a bad throw or criticizes it, tell me you don't know the position without telling me you don't know the position. Like, this is a nuanced throw. You just don't understand the nuances of the position. That's all.
Right.
Like, that is a money throw.
It's no different than in the Baltimore Ravens game where Tua threw to Gesicki at the back of the end zone at the highest point. Same concept. You put it only where your receiver can get it, and you make sure that he's safe. That's the key to all of this. That was a great throw by Tua, man. Just a misreception.
Sean Davis
Drop
says
pass.
Matt Collins caught that exact same pass on Sunday.
There you go.
Well, we've seen us catch this pass. Remember they used to throw that to Preston?
Right.
And
Preston Williams.
Preston used to be an idiot and do his little hop.
He used to go airborne.
Yeah, like an idiot.
Yeah, man.
He's not in the league. All right, and even PFF charged Sherfield with a drop. So Dolphins that was 3 again, 7-6 Bills.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 14-6 now. Bills scored again. 2nd and 4 after a 6-yard Mostert run starts the drive. 2 in the gun. Mostert to his right. 20 personnel. 2-by-1 receiver set. Bills are going to drop to cover 2 man. Tua is going to target Hill on the quick out, and it's going to be a clear hold or defensive pass interference, whatever you want to call it, and it's not called. Right there, look at he's got his arm. Now,
should have been a PI.
The view you still got, they showed us on the broadcast, the frontal view is the better view because the broad view shows us the back. But right there shows you, this is a PI. You are turning his body.
Yeah.
You're interfering with him being able to make a play on the football. This is a pass interference. Where is the flag? You were calling all the ticky-tacky crap on us all game, but you didn't do it. You know when they started doing it late in the game when they felt a little bad for themselves? This is a PI, bro. This has got to be called.
I agree. And this is clearly a blatant pass interference.
You know what I got to say
also,
too, our receivers don't, and I know this is going to sound real weird. Do y'all think our receivers don't complain enough? Like,
you mean like to the referee?
Yeah, like they don't like they like throw
they don't plead their case.
Exactly.
They don't plead their
case. Go back to the cuddle, bro. Like plead your case.
Yeah.
You don't have to be a complainer, but at least plead your case, bro.
Yeah. He was made. There was contact before he got there. Now I will say this too about Tua.
Look at the coach. There was mind, eh?
I know, right?
Loses his mind on the sideline. Where's the flag?
The main thing on this one, I would put a merit on Tua, a demerit on Tua. I thought his footwork in the backfield during that play action took a little bit too long. You know, to like you see that like that little choppy.
Yeah, and he sailed with him.
That choppy instead of that play action and then set up the throw.
Yeah.
That was why it was late, and that's why there was a pass interference. If he threw that from the play action and then upright and then delivered the football, it would have been on target.
He slides with the play action and does your choppy step, slides with it, and then choppy and then out.
Yeah. The chop steps were that I believe that's what threw off the time when you think about the timing of that route. But regardless, that's a PI. That's a PI regardless. So they missed that. They missed that one.
You ready? 3rd and 4 now. 2 in the gun. Moser to his right. Trips left. 1 receiver split to the right. 10 personnel. Bills will roll from cover 2 to cloud 3-1 look. You're going to see a big cup block from, I believe, was it Durham Smythe on this play?
No, that's Raheem.
It's Raheem Moser, right? Someone does a
Raheem
big cup block.
Dream.
Yeah, I saw the one. Raheem the Dream lays a cup block here.
Buddy,
Waddle at the bottom of your screen here is going to run like a stutter and go.
Yep.
And White absolutely bites on the stutter, bro.
Yeah,
and then Tua touches it deep for Waddle to climb the ladder and make the huge 32-yard reception.
Yes.
Woo!
Yeah, that was an excellent throw.
Oh, and an excellent throw. Excellent route. Stutter, go. Woo! Look at the separation off that stutter, baby.
On 3rd down, too, man. That was a big-time throw. And for anyone who assumes that was an underthrow, I'm telling y'all right now, I'd rather him make that type of throw than an overthrow on 3rd down. Because that happens a lot.
That is not bro. That is not an underthrow. He just Waddle just loves to climb the ladder for some reason. He does it all the time, bro.
To ensure the reception. He's a body catcher.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Let's be real. He's a body catcher.
I'll take it, bro.
And you know when we get to that Raheem block, right? You know who he blocked on this? Yeah, guess who he blocked? He blocked the dude that came in scot-free the last game and assisted in Tua's concussion. Milano.
Milano.
And he completely took him out the map.
Look at him. Look at Milano do the jump man, bro.
Perfect
Nice
block. Perfect
what
timing.
A throw and what a catch.
Great throw.
Love it. Love it. Love it.
That was a great play.
Was a great play.
Look at Raheem the Dream. He said, I got you to it. Don't even worry about him.
I love it.
First down. First down. That was a great play on third down, man.
All right. All right. Here we go. First and 10 now after the big Waddle catch. Ingold, he's going to motion into the backfield to give it a 21 personnel split back shotgun look with a wide receiver to each side. Cover 6-4-2 for the Bills. Play action. Tua is going to step up and throw the in-breaking route, but watch Waddle. Slips, and that throws the timing out. It looks like it was a whip route, and the ball is incomplete. And when you do watch his head, Tua went through multiple progressions, but I know you didn't. You said this is the one you didn't catch it on. Did you see him there? He slipped. That's why this ball went into harm's way. The timing's off because Waddle slips at the top of his stems. Looks like he's trying to whip it. He's trying to whip it back, right? And he can't. And that's why that ball's. So that is not on Tua. Anyone trying to put that on Tua, I'm just telling you. Watch the film.
Tua tried to use more anticipation on this.
Well, not even that. Watch his head. He goes through, look at his progressions here. He goes through all of his progressions. Ready? Starts to the left, the back, look at, and then woo, there it is.
Right.
He was rolling there, man.
That was.
He made a good throw because if he completes the break and whips out, he's there.
Yeah, that was a great play. That was a great read. Very decisive on that play. Ball was out. And again, I thought he threw it a little bit early because he anticipated Waddle to get to that spot. But like you said, at the top of Waddle's route, he slipped and missed that location. So, just an incompletion. But, hey, he did everything right, on that play.
In a timing and rhythmic-based offense, stuff like that throws everything off. That's why you hear Richmond say it. You hear Richmond say it, right? On defense, you can afford to have a couple mistakes on the same play, and the defense can still – make the play or get out of the play without any damage. On offense, you can't afford. You can't afford even one screw up, and because they'll usually throw the play off. All right, 2nd and 10 now. Defense is way more forgiving than offense in terms of making errors, right? Unless you're against crazy speed.
True.
2nd and 10 now. 2 in the gun, empty backfield, 11 personnel with Mostert motioning. Cover 2 for the Bills. 2 is going to make the right read on the out with Gesicki. But, all those deep routes were taken. All the cover had taken the coverage. Gesicki tries to make a man miss, which he never does. So this is no exception.
Right. That's why I was mad at this play. I'm like, Gesicki, now you know damn well. You will never shake nobody in this league, bro.
Can I just say this? Did you notice something? Does it look like his feet are in quicksand when he tries to turn it upfield? He's so slow. Did you notice that? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? He catches the ball and then he's got to finish the route out a little bit and then he turns it up. It's like
he's a unique athlete where his straight line speed is fast. Like as far as him gathering straight line speed, he is a 4.5 guy. But when he has to accelerate and hit angles, this dude is as slow as how you say molasses. But that's why I got mad at Gesicki on this. I'm like, bro, you don't got shapes like that. Run directly to the sideline. If he runs up on you, give him a shoulder, Jeremy Shockey him or something.
That's what I'm saying. Be a man. Run vertically and drop your shoulder.
Yeah, brother, you 6'6", brother. You supposed to be bullying people out here, but
stop worrying about your frosted tips and start dropping the shoulder, kid. All right, 3rd and 5 now. 2 in the gun. Moser to his right. 10 personnel. 3-by-1 receiver set. Cover 2 for Buffalo. Hill. He motions. He's going to come across on that shallow. We've seen it. This was like the touchdown throw. And we see it again later on. They love the shallow crosser underneath. Tua is going to hit it for 6 yards and a first down.
Yeah, easy pitching catch. Easy pitching catch. This was routine. So, this was real simple. And I'm glad they converted this because, you know, they got to get a couple of these every single drive. You got to convert third downs, man.
I agree. So after the only time the Bills stopped 2 back-to-back Mostert runs for not much gain, it's 3rd and 9. 2 in the gun. This is the only time in the game they did that to Mostert. Empty backfield, 2x3 set. Buffalo, cloud 3, look pre-snap. They're going to drop to quarters with Cedric Wilson's motion post-snap. Tua, he's going to have the short out open, watch, because they're going to stack right here, I believe, right? So Cedric's going to be open on a short out underneath, but Tua says, screw that. I want the all Madden throw. And he shows elite anticipation and placement with his throw to Tyreek Hill on his out route and good coverage. It's almost like a levels concept. You got the short out underneath and then the deep out over top. It's like a levels, right? So this is a no fear throw and catch for 14 yards that brings up a first, which would see Salvin Ahmed punch it in for 6 from 11 yards out. No fear, brother.
I love the God view on this. Love the God view on this. I put rhythm, tempo, and timing on this Tua. Everything was well planned and well executed from the top of his drop to the release point, and it looked smooth. This is one of the smoothest throws he had all game as far as comfortability and rhythm. So I just loved it, man.
Buttery
loved
smooth.
Every piece of it.
Buttery smooth.
Loved every piece of it, and there was confidence. There was confidence behind that throw. Again, another third down conversion. Another big third down conversion, man. You need a couple of these every single drive, bro. You need them.
T. Rich says, he says, nice throw, but hit the underneath next time to Sherfield.
And T. Rich
for the kids' heart, by the way. 14-13, by the way, Buffalo, as that would be Miami's final drive of the first half. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, and for just so T. Rich knows, I saw that initially, right? And when I first saw the I was like, why didn't Tua take that? Take that underneath. It was right there, not knowing or just misinforming myself the down and distance. Even if he throws that to Trey Sherfield, I think he's short of the first down. So he basically read the coverage. He seen Tyreek had the one-on-one with the guy drifting. Hey, he just took his chance, man. And he was in rhythm. He was going to make an accurate throw. He do it. He got the ball into his best receiver's hand, and you can't really complain about that one, man. But I saw what he saw. That Sherfield was wide open underneath. But that wasn't the throw to make on third down.
All right. After Buffalo made it 21-13 on the last drive of the half and then opened the second half with a 3-and-out, Miami has the ball for their first drive of the second half. 2nd and 4 after a 6-yard Mostert run. 2 in the gun. Ingold to his right. 2x2 receiver set doubles. 21 personnel. Cover 3 for Buffalo. Tua, he's going to try and throw it away with Lawson bearing down, but he's going to bat it down instead. I watched this play over and over again, and I'm overly confident he was trying to throw this ball away.
Yeah. There was really nowhere to really go.
Yeah, there was nowhere to go with it. He was just trying to get it away.
And pressure was right in his face. So
so that'll bring up 3rd and 4 right here. 2 in the gun. Moser to his left, trips right. Gesicki to the left, 11 personnel. Buffalo, they're going to show Tampa 2, but we'll drop to cloud 3-1 post snap. And this is what we were talking about earlier, Martin. Okay, so guys, they're going to show Tampa 2. So Tampa 2. You want to explain it to Martin? Because what it centers around is Tremaine Edwards buck dropping. But you can go ahead and explain Tampa 2, Martin, to everyone and explain why it matters that they show Tampa 2 and don't stay with it, and they go to cloud 3-1 post snap because it ends up killing them.
Right. Well. When you have a Tampa 2, obviously the main character in all of this is not necessarily the safeties. It's that middle linebacker who's supposed to take away deep middle. How they transition to, like Reason said, cloud 13. They transition to a cloud 13, meaning the safety near the boundary. He creeps up, to cover like a robber, and that buck dropping linebacker didn't get enough depth for whatever reason. I don't know what the call was defensively, but Tua read it. Tua anticipated Waddle's route going over the top, and let the ball go. Let the ball go. Split him right there. And there you go. There you have it, man. The Houston Rockets to the end zone, man. Beautiful. And then he was waddling all the way through.
When he gets released to that second level, bro, on that post, Tua just dropped a dime. Good and he dropped him in so he could take an easy angle. Just an easy angle to open space. 67 yards, so that was for 6. This is why it matters when we tell y'all the pre-snap and post-snap coverage. This play is a perfect example of why we tell you what you see pre-snap to what you see post-snap, because it really mattered on this play, and it hung the defense out to dry with that safety pulling up, right? So great
safety played robber, and we robbed him. And the Buffalo Bills fans, every time we score, bro, you just saw like dismal on their face. Like it was
some guy in the crowd was doing the waddle when he scored and then started booing him. Starts doing the waddle and then starts booing him.
He mocked him.
Yeah. So it's 21-19. Dolphins are gonna go for 2 points in the tie. You got 2 under center, 11 personnel. Moser's a single back, 2-by-1 set. Cover 2 for Buffalo. Hill is gonna motion. Everyone is gonna be covered really well. Tua looks like he tries that back right corner on Waddle's hill. It looks like he's hoping Waddle can adjust his out into like into some kind of adjustment to the back corner fade.
Yeah, that was miscommunication. Miscommunication. Tua threw like a back pylon corner, and Waddle ran like a flattened corner. Yeah. So and I tell you what, I don't know if Mike McDaniel has given Tua enough leeway to make checks. Even on 2-point conversions. But when you see the boxes that light like that, everybody's covering the wide receivers right now. Check to a run and see what you can get, bro. Like, cause I'm telling you right now, with a box when it's like 3-2 or 4-2, I mean you're supposed to take advantage of that. You know what I mean? Get your blocking scheme right and run right up in their throat, man, and you'll see the result. But I don't know if McDaniel has given him that much reign to the offense like that and leeway. Yeah.
All right. So the Bills, they have their drive stall quickly after this missed 2-point. So it's still 21-19. 1st and 10 after 2 Ahmed runs, 1 for 9 yards, 1 for 6. I formation for Miami, 2 under center, 1-by-1 receiver set, 21 personnel. Buffalo cover 1 press, play action on this play. 2 is going to target the deep out, and it's a clear holding. Look at this. Hugging him. Look at he's wrapped his arms around him, hugging Tyreek at the top of his stem to stop him from breaking out. Honestly, instead of a 5-yard holding, this should have been a spot foul, I think. But
I think so, because the ball was in the air.
Yeah, ball was in the air. So
they said it wasn't. I'll take an automatic first down any day of the week.
Well, did you see the replay on the Cater Kohu defensive pass interference? Showed the flag was out before he even made interference, before the ball got there?
I did not see that.
Yeah, if you go watch it, before the ball got there, the flag was already out before the ball got there.
And here comes the conspiracy. Is the
because
NFL
he didn't turn
rigged?
his head. It's because he didn't turn his head, bro. I'm telling you.
But like how you always say, Reason, that just lets you know you didn't make enough plays as a team.
I agree.
For it to be up to the referees.
I never blame. I think it's in poor taste to blame refs for losing, because it just means you didn't make enough plays to win the game. 2nd and 9 after an Ahmed 1-yard run, split back shotgun look. Now they can screw it up, and you can lambast them from screwing up, but you can't ever say the refs cost you the game, because that means you didn't make enough plays.
Exactly.
Split back shotgun look for Miami, 2-by-1 receiver set, 21 personnel. Bills will drop from cover 1 to cover 2. Smythe is going to motion. Tua with the spin right here off of this. Ready? Whoop! Free a Boogie Basham. And oh man, a lot of potential with Smythe as your lead blocker, but Tua trips over his own shoelace.
That whole series of events was so telegraphed by Tua. I was laughing because you can see when he was about to spin, he's like, spin.
You don't need to do this shimmy shake with the lead blocker, bro.
I'm not
do that.
This dude got tackled by a blade of grass, knowing full well if you just run straight and make it more so intentionally. Like this is what my teammates, when I played in college, they used to get on me about this too. They always tell me, listen, when you scramble and you run, don't worry about shaking this and shaking that. You got to play
the numbers, then to the sideline, and then let your block make your block. But when you do too much, the play doesn't work. So that's when I saw this from Tua. I was like, yeah, I used to do that too, man. Just don't play around with it, man. Run straight to the numbers at the C marks, and then just run straight out of bounds, bro, and you'll be good. That should have been a first down, basically, just to extend the drive.
3rd and 2 now instead of a first down and much more. 2 in the gun. Moser to his left, trips left, 1 receiver to the right, 11 personnel. Buffalo cover 1 man. Tua, he's going to take Waddle on the out, but the coverage is going to be fantastic. Man, I think you got to look that throw off and roll you through your progressions.
Exactly.
Now again, good coverage everywhere, but
play call.
I think you got to look off this, man.
Yeah, well, yeah. So as far as the play is concerned, the concept is concerned, man free. You play the numbers. You play the numbers. You know somebody should pop open. And again, maybe you hit Sherfield or that in breaking route.
It's 3rd and 2.
Or run the football, right? I don't know, man. Mike McDaniel, he obviously he has confidence into it. But I think he's a little bit over excessive when it comes to abandoning the run. And we spoke about this before we got on the stream, bro. Like there's very much so a Kyle Shanahan kind of arrogance when it comes to abandoning the run, which cost them the Super Bowl multiple times. You know, one with the Falcons in 2016 against the Patriots up 25, and then one against the Kansas City Chiefs when they were with the 49ers. When you have double-digit leads, bro, or your ball control is essentially good running plays, man, don't overthink it. Just ride it till the wheels fall off, man, because it rarely happens in the NFL where you can get good running attacks, bro. Like, hey, ride with it, man. So,
all right, 1st and 10 after Buffalo 3 and out. Keeps it 21-19 Buffalo, 2 under center, 21 personnel. Mozart is a single back, 2 receivers to the right with Ingold. He's going to motion from the strong side right. Bills cloud 1-3. Play action. 2 is going to bootleg to his open side. Throws Braylon Sanders post route. And Braylon Sanders plays the body of the defender instead of running out his route when the only reason he's out there is because he runs a 4.48. This guy should have been gone for 6. If this was Sherfield, he plays the route. And look at and the other thing too is look at him run out. This is a post route. Look at when he gets to the top of his stem for his break. He rounds out his route right there.
Yeah.
And then he plays the body and he wants the offensive pass interference instead of the football. I don't know why. Tua makes you throw. Wide receiver lets him down. Keep running out your route. Give me a break.
Like you said, if Trent Sherfield is in that position,
unbelievable.
I think he catches that and cribs it. And I put in my notes, right read, wrong receiver, basically.
How are you more focused on pushing off than running out your route? Like you came back to push him. Come on, man.
Wow. Yeah. And you know, it's hard to be too hard on a rookie, especially an undrafted free agent. But that's on Mike McDaniel
for having him out there.
Exactly. That's on Mike McDaniel overthinking, you know.
Oh, they're not going to think we're going to hit him. We're not going to hit him. They know we're not going to hit him. That's exactly.
They know he's a decoy.
Yeah.
And to make matters worse, it was on Tre'Davious White, who's always up. You know what I mean? Nick at night, basically. So I don't know, man. It was a bad series of events. Bad play call.
All right.
Not play call, but
2nd and 10 now. 2 in the gun. Moser to his right. 21 personnel. 2x2 set with a stack to the left. Sanders is going to motion. Not good enough pre-snap adjustment by the line. Milano's going to shoot and forces Hunt off Daquan Jones, and both swallow 2 up for the sack.
I put that on Connor.
Yeah, well, pre-snap adjustment. Like, it's on our offensive line.
Oh. And maybe that was a good play on Matt Milano, knowing the center's tendency to put his head down and then snap. And he basically just out of sight, out of mind.
Every game we see a play like that. 3rd and 17 now after the sack.
True.
2 in the gun. Moser to his right. Doubles 2x2 set. 11 personnel. Tampa 2 for the Bills on this play. Hill again is going to motion into that shallow crosser look we keep seeing, and Tua hits him with some blocking by the receivers, 7 yards.
I love the play design, man.
Yeah, they're loving that little right off the release, right?
Quick screen. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Moser went out there. The receivers were ready. Quick screen. I love that play design, man.
Yeah. All right. 1st and 10 now, though. After a roughing the kicker on Morstead extends a drive, followed by a 4-yard Moser run, an 11-yard run by Ahmed. Here comes probably to his best throw of the night. Absolute freaking dime. 2 in the gun. Ahmed to his left. 21 personnel. 2 receivers stacked to the left. 1 to the right. Bills in cover 1 man. Tua, he's going to start his progressions to the left, but he knows he's got Hill one-on-1. So he's going to snap his head to the right. And sure enough, Hill has his man beat on the go. And Tua drops a dime for 6. And the Dolphins' first lead of the game, bro.
Perfect alert, perfect check. And Tua did it exactly how you're supposed to. Yep. Look off the safety froze him.
High. Yep.
Pop back to the side and then just put it in the bread basket. So
kept him flat-footed for just a moment enough and dropped a money throw, bro. Beautiful. Got the safety over there late with his eyes. Love it. Love it.
It's funny in the God view because when we scored that touchdown, there's like one fan in the view that's just like really cheering. Everybody else is stunned.
Oh yeah.
It's like
what happened?
This is a hostile environment, bro. That's all I'm saying, man. The Dolphins came to play, man.
26-21 Miami. So after a short Bills drive that went nowhere, Miami gets the ball back still with the lead. 1st and 10, Tua in the gun. Moser to his left, 21 personnel, 2 receivers stacked to the left. Ingles as an H-back. Bills will slide to cover 3. Play action. Tua is going to take Ingold in the flats for the quick 7-yard pickup.
Hey,
you ready for it?
Nothing to complain about this.
Catch your breath. Everyone, hold on to whatever you got, all right? Because now we're about to break some hearts. We are about to break some hearts right now.
Yeah.
3rd and 3 now after that play. After a Mostert run went nowhere after that play you just saw. Tua's in the gun. Moser to his left. 2 receivers stacked on each side. 11 personnel. Cover 1 from Buffalo. Tua, again, he is going to lock in on the quick out from Tyreek Hill. And because he's going to do so, it's going to almost get undercut for a pick. And if you watch Gesicki here out of that stack on the left side, he is about to go streaking up the seam untouched. Untouched. But Tua locked in on that out he's been loving all night. Brother, look the out off. You've been throwing it all night. This is your chance to look it off and catch him sleeping. You got to make that read. That seals the game, brother.
He has to anticipate that better. He has to read it better. That's a missed touchdown, man. And you can't have it. You can't have this play, man.
And the safety bailed to the total left side.
They saw Mostert wheeling out.
Yep.
They all jumped towards him.
Yeah.
And there goes Gesicki just, and Gesicki knows it. That's a touchdown. That's a touchdown, man. Or at least a 60, 70-yard gain.
Yeah, because that safety has to flip his hips and get back and
then get chasing. Exactly.
And by that time, he's hit full speed by that time.
And Gesicki's fast enough to kind of sprint to that end zone if he needed to. But and mind you, right here, it's a quick snap. It's a quick snap. So maybe this wasn't quite a read, but Tua, whatever you do, man, anticipate better, read better. You got other players, man. Tyreek is the man. We all know that.
Locked in.
Tyreek is the man. But you have other players that can make plays for you. Find those guys, get the ball to them, man.
And you locked in. And what's crazy is you set them up for this exact play by hitting that out successfully and unsuccessfully all night. You set them up for this kind of play, and you didn't take advantage. You didn't make the read.
True. True.
Man, it was right there.
And you're out the field, right? Out third down, you're off the field.
Yeah, that seals the game if you hit that. Yeah. You're off the field now. Yeah, you're off the field now. Yeah.
On the next play, you would think he would have learned, not to lock in on Tyreek, and it kind of bites him in the butt on this one too, brother. When you see it.
All right, so 2nd and 4 after 2 Mostert runs, 1 for 11, 1 for 6 yards. I formation, 2 under center, 2 wide receivers stacked to the right, 1 to the left, 20 personnel for Miami. Cover 1 man for Buffalo. It's going to be a play action bootleg back to his right. 2 is going to take the quick out to Tyreek in front of the sticks for 3 yards. Doesn't even get the full first.
I thought he locked in on Tyreek again.
Yeah, because he missed the waddle over top of Tyreek.
I mean, when you have that type of concept, you as a quarterback, you always look high first. You always try to peep it, and there was room there, man.
Yeah.
And just locked in on Tyreek. Yeah. That's like his safety blanket, man, and that's not good. You have to read defenses, brother.
Yeah.
You gotta read defenses, man.
Well, he looked. Watch his head. He looked, and then he looked it off.
He did, and that's what I mean by
he's looking right now, and then he looked it off.
Make that throw, because that's a first down, and who knows what happens when you get that first down. All right, how you dealing with this play?
3rd and 1 now. 2 in the gun. Moser to his right. 2 receivers stacked to the right. Smythe motions. 12 personnel. Buffalo in cover 2. They'll drop to cover 3. Smythe runs across the face of the defense into a flat route as pressure comes off the right side hard. Bad play call. 2-yard loss. Just a bad play call. Miami settles for a field goal. 29-21. They leave points on the board. Don't like this play call at all.
Exactly.
All right, and now what does Buffalo do? They respond with a touchdown and the 2-point conversion. So it is.
And the blizzard comes.
I mean, right now we've got McDaniel could have extended multiple drives with better play calling. Tua could have sealed the game with Gesicki. Sherfield or Hill could have won the game if they would have made the catch. So there's multiple things that didn't happen on offense as to why, they didn't get it done. And also the glaring one on defense, not getting off the field on 3rd and 17 that leads to a drive for a touchdown. So, I mean, that's 4 or 5 things right there, right? All right. So Buffalo responds with a 75-yard drive and a touchdown, ties it with a 2-point conversion, and the snow has started to fall, Martin. It is 1st and 10. 2 is under center. Mostert and single back. 12 personnel, 1-by-1 receiver set. Bills are going to slide to cover 3 at the snap. We're going to see a play action, and Tua makes a big throw on the move with the snow coming down to Hill on the crosser for 13 yards right there in the first down.
Great location.
And you really appreciate it on this angle because you can see how you can tell the way he's running. He's trying not to slip. Look, you can tell. You can tell he's trying not to slip. Good throw. Great throw. And now Tua is feeling it because the show started and all the haters were out. So he's like, okay. And now play calling again is going to screw our offense. So 1st and 10, 2 in the gun, Mostert to his right, 1 receiver to the left, 2 stacked to the right, 11 personnel for Miami. Bills in cover 1, man post snap. Brother, Tua is going to hit Cedric on the wheel, putting the ball in a perfect spot for Wilson to high point it over Taron Johnson. Huge throw.
Moss.
Bro.
Outstanding catch, man.
Outstanding catch, bro.
Bro, and honestly, that was an excellent play by the DB too, right?
It was, but he didn't turn his back and locate the ball, right? Huge throw and catch between 2 guys we haven't seen do this yet. Tua was clearly feeling it this drive. 21-yard gain, bro.
That was a big time catch, man.
And someone said he had Hill, he had Waddle opening up. The reason why he didn't hit Waddle is because the safety is on the other side of those hashes.
Exactly.
So
the play was perfect for that wheel route.
Yeah, you got DeMar Hamlin. This worked for the real route. You got to hit the wheel here, buddy.
That DB played that perfectly, bro.
What a play by you. Where have you been? Where you been all year, Cedric?
On punt return. But hey, big play right there.
All right. And now the bad play calling. So 2nd and 9 after a 1-yard Moser run, 2 in the gun, 2 receivers stacked to his left, 2 receivers split to the right, Moser to his right in the backfield, 11 personnel, cover 6, 4-2 for Buffalo. Sherfield, he's going to motion from the left, and he doesn't end up blocking Tre'Davious White, and the screen to Hill is blown up for 3-yard loss. Brutal play call here. You got to run it here again, or you got to push it because 2 is showing you I want to push the ball. Don't start going horizontally here. And I mean, you got to Sherfield got to lay the block. I don't know.
There's a couple things that happened on here, right? Like we see what coverage it is, right? This is cloud 6, 4-2, right?
Yeah.
If you're running a screenplay to the right and you see that cornerback is pressed, I don't know if like I said earlier, if Mike McDaniels allows Tua that leeway to check out of certain plays that you can clearly see won't work based off of this pre-snap concept defensively.
Look at Mostert.
There's no way you can get to that. Now, mind you, let's say for instance that we see that wheel route with Mostert and then Armstead kind of branching out for an additional block. Maybe if that's built into that play design, where if you see that cornerback there, that's supposed to be a catch from the snap, pump right, and then flip to the left, and then dump it off to Mostert and let him work. Maybe that's another thing that Tua was supposed to do that I'm not sure about. You know what I mean? As far as in that play design. But regardless, that screen to Hill should have never happened. Yeah, it should have never happened, man. Yeah. So it's just, I don't know, man.
Because now
in crunch time situations like that, we can't come up short, man. Not against teams like this.
No, especially when we're showing this is the most confident Tua has looked on a drive all game, and you do this type of noise. So anyways, 3rd and 12 now, 2 in the gun, empty backfield. Mosert's going to motion into the backfield though and make it more of a 2x2 set. Bills are going to drop to Tampa 2. Tua, he's going to target Waddle's slant, and he's held so bad at the bottom of your screen here that he's turned around.
Clearly.
Turned around. No flag for a PI or a hold, which is unreal. Tre'Davious White gets away with another one. And listen, there was an illegal shift on this play, so they would have canceled it out. But we should have had another play to live and see another down. And this winds up being the final play because the clock gets eaten up. This is a penalty all day. Another one not called.
Right.
One on Tyreek, one on Waddle that were so blatant, and they ended up ending drives by not being called, man. Got to make that call.
The craziest part about this play is at the very end of this God view, look at the referee on the sideline to the left. He has his hand on his hip like he's about to throw that flag and didn't. Oh, yeah. He was about to throw that flag and didn't. That just lets you know you can never leave it into the hands of these referees, bro. You have to out-execute the referees. You have to out-execute what they can potentially call on you. And the Dolphins just fell short again. We can't do that if we're, trying to say, okay, what type of team are we? Where are we trying to go? Look, the execution that needs to actually manifest itself, we can't play like that. Not moving forward, man. This is literally a 3-game playoff that we're in right now, moving forward with the Packers, the Patriots, and the Jets. You have to treat it like that. So,
I mean, it comes down to you got to get off the field on 3rd and 17. Tyreek or Sherfield, they got to make the play. Braylon Sanders shouldn't even be out there, but if he is, he's got to make the play because the throw was there. I mean, this
got to run the ball on 3rd down.
Yeah, better situational play calling on 3rd down from Mike McDaniel, especially knowing when to feed the hot hand and when to go away from it. And Tua, the Gesicki. Reed was a big miss, but I mean, there were so
Huge
many
miss.
things tonight. So,
Yeah.
Final thoughts before we get out of here.
Nah, man, just another game, another loss, 3 straight. However, each game you can clearly see Tua's getting back to. He's getting, back to that guy that we all saw he could be as far as that feeling is concerned. He just has to figure it out, man. He has to figure out that he's actually that good and stop reverting back to habits that plagued him, for a while now, as far as him not getting over that hump. He has to go back to this order of operation, and he has to stick to it, because he does not have, and he knows it, we know it, he does not have the cannon arm. He does not have the blazing speed. Like, he does not have the athleticism. What is going to separate Tua from all the other quarterbacks is going to be his decision making and his decisiveness, and he has to stick to that, man.
Yeah.
Yes, he has to stick to it if he's going to have any type of success in this league, and he has to bet on it, man. Make that a part of his craft, and I think he has the right people in place to actually make that happen and to bring that into fruition. So, keep learning, man. Keep striving to get better.
Yep. All right, guys, I will be back tomorrow night with Richmond and ball game. We will be previewing the Christmas Day game. Packers coming to town. And if you go look at what Aaron Rodgers has performed like on Christmas days, oh boy. So we got to get ready. We got to move on to the Packers. This is wrapped up. We got a bow. We put this one under the tree. Actually, we put it in the stocking. It's nothing but coal. So we got to move on. Listen, at the end of the day, we still put up over 29 points. Sherfield or he'll make the catch. You add an extra 5 because you get the 4. Plus, we wouldn't have went for a 2-point conversion. We went for 1, so we would have scored 34 points. We should have had 34 points. We should have won this game, man. End of the day. Defense has stuff they have to clean up. Tua has stuff he has to clean up. The receivers have stuff they have to clean up. McDaniel has stuff they have to clean up.
Yep.
A lot. There is a lot of blame to go around. So,
which is kind of weird though, right? Because we assumed like during the bye week that McDaniels was going to really fine tune things and kind of break out some wrinkles.
You're just seeing the stubbornness come out. That's all.
Yeah, it's not working, man. So.
All right, guys, I will see all of y'all tomorrow night. Be on the lookout, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. We'll be live. Until next time, you already know what time it is. Smash the like button on the way out. Fins up all day, every day.
Peace.